Hello everyone, and welcome back to Aventuria solo play. Today, because I've had some hard times in the Inn of the Black Boar, I'm going to head back to the Forest of No Return, perhaps ironically. I do want to show you one of the longer adventures, so that's what I'm going to start today. I'm not sure if I will do more than the first act, but certainly I will not finish today. So this will likely be a two-parter, maybe a three-parter, but I doubt that. I'm going to try and get through at least one and possibly two today and be ready to go on to finishing next time. I'm feeling a little more confident because I have Nicole's full deck back, including the 2 reward cards that I've earned, and I don't have to use the garbage equipment that you find in the basement of the inn. So hopefully this will go better. I'm actually going to try this adventure at normal instead of easy because I think we're about ready for that. I don't think that will be too much more difficult. I think we should be able to handle it. Okay, so here we are, the Forest of No Return adventure itself. Act 1, The Forest. Nostria in the year 993 BF. You were handpicked by King Casimir himself to retrieve a valuable scroll of parchment that depicts his royal family's family tree. Without this ancestral chart, he will not be able to prove his legitimate claim to the throne, which could lead to a civil war. To prevent this calamity, you have to traverse the dreaded Forest of No Return and face its numerous perils. According to the records of the realm, the scroll can be found beyond the woodlands in Castle Andergast. And if you know anything about the world of the Dark Eye, you know that Nostria and Andergast do not get along, so that's not a great mission for him to have to deal with. So that's why the mercenary will take care of it. A large number of rumors are going around about the forest, but nobody seems to really know what is going on in this desolate area. You don't let these stories scare you away, and instead sally forth immediately. A few days later, you find yourself in front of a thick and shady grove whose eerie appearance stands in stark contrast to the fair beauty of the surrounding countryside. Gnarled trees line a stony road that leads deep into the mist-shrouded forest. You cannot feel the slightest wisp of wind or make out any sound in its deathful stillness, and yet at the same time you feel as if you are being watched by 1,000 invisible and hateful eyes. You have reached the Forest of No Return. You muster all your courage and head onwards until you come towards a charcoal burner's hut. When you approach the hut, a bearded man appears holding a massive axe in his large hands. While dodging your questions with meaningless answers, his son sneaks behind your back with a drawn bow and demands you drop your weapons. One hero makes a persuasion roll. Alright. This is not one of the ones I've built up, so this will be just a 10 that I'm aiming for. I crit! That's great! I don't get many critical successes during the adventure part, and so that's great. Critical success. When the charcoal burner realizes that you don't belong to the bandits who threaten this area, he bids you a hearty welcome. He helpfully describes the surrounding countryside and where you have to tread carefully. At the start of the following combat, each hero may draw 1 additional card into her hand. As a reminder, each of you now draws an action card and places it face down in front of you. I have shuffled my deck, so that's all set to go. So great, I will get an extra card. Alright. Sometime later, you come towards a steep rock jutting out from beneath the forest's canopy. At its base, you find a spacious cave that is home to an eremite in tattered clothes. When he sees you, he greets you cheerfully and without being asked starts blabbering away about the Forest of No Return. Make a perception roll. A 3! Success! The eremite reports that Castle Andergast was destroyed by an army of undead and is now ruled by the evil mage Murgal, hatching his sinister plans. So that's one of the reasons this is going to be a challenge. After your encounter with the eremite, you continue to cross the forest towards Castle Andergast until you arrive at the far end of a road that leads through the elusive swamp towards the castle. The Forest of No Return lies behind you and wasn't half as dangerous as you had given it credit for. But then, right on cue, the willow trees around you start to move and scourge you with their sturdy branches. Each hero makes a survival roll. That is a success. The bewitched willow trees bash about, but as they are nevertheless rooted to the ground, you can use your nature lore to stay out of their reach. So, if at least one hero has rolled a failure or critical failure, a large owl takes off from one of the willow trees and begins to circle you, looking for the chance to attack. I would have this additional henchman, the demonic owl, in here if I had failed or failed critically. But I don't, which is great. After passing by the willow trees, you step onto the road and see something in the distance that looks like the castle's silhouette. Suddenly, a green and brown colored figure rises from the swamp and steps onto the road in front of you. It is a gigantic swamp monster with webbing on its hands and feet, bellowing at you with its huge maw full of needle-pointed teeth. As you back away from this danger, a number of people and animals appear behind you. The bandits have caught you in their trap, and it seems as if they are supported by the bewitched animals of the forest. It will be a fight to the death. So, now I shall assemble the combat. So, I will assemble all Forest of No Return cards, including the time scale. So I'm using the normal time scale, which will have 7 tokens. The easy would have had 8. But otherwise, they're about those two are about the same. I also have the environment, which is the corduroy road. Says you can only attack the opponent furthest to the right in the row of villains. So that's going to limit me. And then we have hero action, Penetrate Illusion, which is important because this is sort of how this particular act resolves. So first I have to penetrate the illusion. So I have this swamp monster who is a leader. You'll notice that the leader does not have any health, any dodge, or any protection. That is because I cannot attack it. The only way to defeat it is through the hero action on the other side of this. So I place 2 tokens, that's heroes times 2 on this card. And once per turn I can make a willpower roll to remove a token. And then once I clear this, I flip the card, and then there will be another action that will allow me to actually win the combat. I cannot win the combat until I deal with that. So that's that. Okay. Then I have my henchman deck, which I have already prepared. I may have gone a little overboard since I have so many. It's bandits and animals with the keyword forest. So I have a lot of those, and I didn't even use all of them, but I made a pretty big henchman deck, so I have no idea what's going to be coming at me. I have so many things that could. I'll set my life counters over there. That's the extra card that I'll be getting. And let's put time tokens on the time scale. All right. And the henchman threat is heroes times 4, so I just need to put 4 out. That one is worth 4. It is a murder of crows. It is a 3-token swarm. Okay. Oh, sorry, wrong tokens. It is a 3-token swarm with 3 life. The swarm tokens are the skull. There we go. Okay. All right. So now we have everything set up. Fate points are there. And I can begin. So I'll draw my starting hand, which is 5 in addition to the one that I already had. That's a lot of one-shots. Oh, hey, I got Rusty in my opening hand. Good job, Rusty. I've got Balsam for a heal, Fast on the legs, which doesn't seem super useful this early, and Blackout, which again is not super, it's so expensive. Blackout is very useful when an opponent has multiple actions, but since I'm going solo, most opponents only have 1 action anyway, and Although the Swarm has 3 to start, but it's not as bad. Just this card, this may be the next one that I replace with a reward card. It just doesn't come up very often. Okay, but in the meantime, I will go ahead and draw 2 cards at the start. Warfare is good. Shuffle 1 card from my discard pile back into my deck. Okay, so I definitely don't need the Blackout. I don't feel like I need Fast on the Legs, actually, and might regret that, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and put that down. I'm certainly going to play Rusty, and go ahead and use him. So I'll draw top 3 cards. One of them goes in my hand. I think it will be Anatomy, so that I have a boost to both my ranged and my melee in my hand. And I will shuffle those 3 back in. Okay, so that was my first play. Then I'm going to spend 1 to play Provocate, because that's useful, pretty much always. And then I'm going to freely throw a stone at a crow, which is appropriate, I guess. That is a 19, so I will get a fate point. Okay. And then I will use the other endurance to try to make a willpower roll on fighting the illusion. And my willpower is up to 13, so this should be pretty good. Oh, definitely a success. Great. All right, and that is my turn. So then the opponent's turn. So the swamp monster rolls a 6. Swamp Gas. The hero with the most endurance cards returns 1 random endurance card back into her hand and suffers 1d6 plus 2 damage. That is considered an attack because it's damaged, so I can use Provocate on it and I can dodge it. And I will return Fast on the Legs back to my hand. Okay. But that is definitely going to slow me down a bit. Okay. And then I will see how much damage that does. It's going to be 5. Let's see if I can dodge. I do, so it's 3. And we'll use Provocate to reduce it to 2. So that's going to be putting me at 38 life. Okay, then the crows, and they take 3 actions. First one, 18, nothing. Second one, 7, harass. The starting hero discards 1 fate point if possible. That's distressing. And the last one, 11, nothing. Okay, well, I didn't take any damage, so I guess that's not too bad. Then I will remove a time token, and nothing happens at 6. Okay. Then, yeah, that's going to be their turn. I will ready and draw 2 cards. Oops. Bewitch. So yes, I think I will put Fast on the Legs back down. And now I will put... I'll hold on to Bewitch this time, actually. I've got a lot of healing, and I have a lot of things kind of middling cost. I'm actually going to not play the Sacred Bracelet this time. So, then I think I'm going to... So I've got sleight of hand and anatomy. I have no weapons yet. So it's just the stone. So I'd like to make sure that I'm hitting with the stone. This turn I'm going to use 2 for sleight of hand, so that I still have 1 for the illusion. Okay. And then I will throw that stone. 18 is a failure, so I will take that fate point back. And then I will spend the last endurance to try to pierce the illusion. Alright. So willpower needing a 13. That is a 19. I will spend a fate point. And that is a 6. Very good. Alright, so I remove the second token there. Now I have touch illusion. Every hero, 1 time per turn, may spend X endurance and roll a d20. If the die result is equal to or below X, you successfully touch the illusion with your hands. The leader swamp monster is defeated and removed from the game. So obviously when I have 3 endurance, that is very unlikely. This particular scenario is one where I'm going to want to have as much endurance as possible. I'm never going to stop playing endurance. And it's also why the swamp gas is a particular challenge. So, moving on to the swamp monster. That's a 3. Swamp gas. Wow. As I said. Alright, let's see what I get back. Fast on the legs is back. Okay. And then he does 1d6 plus 2 to me, which is only 3. I attempt to dodge it. I do not. I will go ahead and take the 3, actually. You know what? No, I will spend 1. I will exhaust the Provocate to go ahead and prevent 1 of those. Okay, now the crows. Eight. Harass. I discard a fate point. Well, I don't have one, so this time you can't make me. Haha. And 12. So nothing. And then the last one, 3. Attack. I can play this as a free action after a henchman has rolled a 1 to 5 and ignore it. Do I want to do that? It's 1d6 plus 1. Yeah, you know what? I am going to. I'm going to discard that. And ignore that action. Okay. Because... Oops. How did I think I messed up. I should have had 7 on there, and I only had 6. Oh, no, there it was. It fell over onto the corduroy road. So now I remove a time token, and at 5 I do get another henchman, and it is an aggressive bear. Yikes. Okay. Luckily it does not act this turn. It has 18 life and 1 protection. And it has more actions as you start to hurt it. So that's rough. Okay. Okay, well, keep trying to build up. It's going to be slow because of so much swamp gas. Okay. I will draw 2 cards. Hey, there's a weapon. That's good. And it's a chain staff. That's actually pretty good. Ooh, okay, yeah. Okay. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and play 2 cards for endurance. Hey, look, it's that fast on the legs again. And do I need more ranged? I don't think I do. I'm actually going to play the anatomy down. So I really am... I can't afford it right now. Okay. Rusty's out, so I'm going to go ahead and play him, draw 3 cards. Ooh. I will go ahead and take... I would love to have another good attack. I will take the discus. And shuffle these 3. So the discus is an attack at -2, which does make me a little bit regret putting the anatomy down as endurance. But on the other hand, I might get it back. Who knows? The swamp gas may continue to feed those cards back into my hand. Alright, so I'm going to spend 2 on the chain staff, because the most important thing is getting a couple of attacks per turn. Then I will use 1 there. Actually, I don't need to spend an endurance to throw a stone, so I throw a stone at the bear, and I will crit. That's nice. So I draw a card, and it's armor. That will be very good. Okay, then I will spend 1 to attack with the chain staff. And that is a melee attack. Oh, sorry, I hit, so I should take 3 life minus 1, so he loses 2 life. Now I attack with the chain staff. And that also hits. That's great. He doesn't have a dodge, so I can't get to draw a card, unfortunately. But I'm just happy to hit. So 1d6 plus 2. That's a 1, which is not great, but every little bit helps. So he will take 2 from that, because it is 3 minus 1 once again. Okay, that puts him at 14, which luckily is not yet having extra actions, so that's good. And hopefully next turn I can do something. I have 1 more endurance. Should I play the discus? Yes, I should. So I will go ahead and play the discus, but I don't have the endurance to use it this turn. And I could use my special ability, but it doesn't seem worth it at the moment. Okay. That's my turn. Now the swamp monster will go. Please stop the swamp gas. That is still the swamp gas. Unbelievable. He's not rolled anything else but 3 to 7. Alright. And yeah, the anatomy comes back into my hand. Great. Cool. Alright, now the crows. First one, nothing. Second one, nothing. Third one, nothing. That's a great set. And the bear, 4, attack. Hero with the most life suffers 2d6 damage. Yuck. Okay. Please roll low. That is nice. Very low. I will attempt to dodge that. I do not, but I will provocate to reduce it to 1. So I will take 1. Boy. Whew. rolling well on the damage roll was very, very helpful. Okay, so I will lose a time token. Nothing happens at 4. I will have something on the next turn. Okay. Once again, as I ready things, I need to build my endurance back up. Okay. Hey. Ooh, the leather bracers might actually be the best play. I'm actually going to hold on to this fast on the legs. You know what? I am going to still play the anatomy down. I don't care even if I miss with the discus. I just need to work on the endurance. After a failed attack roll, I can shuffle 1 card from my discard pile. It's good, but I just have so many other things that I need to play that I'm gonna not do that one right now. Okay, so I will spend is that right? No. I will spend the leather bracers or warfare. I really do want to hit with the chain staff. So it's either a 13 or a 15. But the extra protection is good, so I will go ahead and do the leather bracers this time. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use Nicole's special ability to get those 2 back. Would have liked to have waited on that, but it's really important that I get this stuff out quickly. Alright, so then I'm going to raise spend that on warfare. So now I have 16 melee. I will spend 1 on the thing that I dropped on the floor. Spend 1 to throw a discus at a bear. And a 7, even with the -2, will hit. So that's 1d6 plus 2. 4, -1 from his protection, so that is 3. And then I will attack using my last endurance with the chain staff. So once again, trying to hit the bear. I do 5, so 7 is good. So that takes him down 6, so he's now at 5. Unfortunately, that gives him 2 extra actions, and he will not be my main target on the next round. So it's not optimal, I'll say that. I was hoping to do a little more damage to him, but maybe the next henchman will be relatively easy and I can get through it quickly and then get on to the bear. Alright, so that's my turn. The swamp monster. Rolled a 10, finally. Finally not swamp gas. So then we have 4 damage, or sorry, there's no plus. It's just 2 damage. I will attempt to dodge it. I do, so I will take 1. No, I will provocate that, so I don't take any, in fact. Yeah. Then the crows. Roll a 9. So a 9. Harass, they make me discard a fate point. No. Discard a fate point. No. And 14, nothing. Okay, so the crows are not too bad. Now the bear has 3 actions, and that's going to be a problem. So 18 is great. It does nothing. 18 again, and 17. Okay, well, I'm rolling really high for the opponents, which is very, very helpful. And I will get A new henchman. It's a bandit thief. Seems redundant, but there it is. So that is 14 health, 1 protection, and she can steal stuff, which I dislike. But I didn't lose anything to swamp gas, which means pretty soon I'm going to start trying to touch the illusion. Sounds funny, I know. Okay, I will draw 2 cards. Oops. Ooh, the Tuzak knife. Do I want to play that? It's so expensive. I'm going to think about it. I'm definitely going to put down the Hurazat foot sweep. And I'm actually going to put down the balsam. Because I'm doing pretty well in health, actually. Alright. So here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to spend 1 to throw the discus at the bandit thief. So I'm spending 1 endurance. I crit. That's so good. Oh, and now I got my healing potion, so I don't even need to worry about the balsam. Awesome. So I hit. She has no dodge, so I just do some damage. That's max damage, which means I will do 8 damage, minus 1 for her armor, so that's 7. Hey, chain staff, do you think you could do that? I'm actually going to play fast on the legs to get that endurance card back, and then do it again. Yeah. So hitting with the chain staff. 16 is a hit because my melee is way up there at this point. So that's awesome. Oops. Excuse me. Okay. Then, yeah, so I hit, let's see what damage we get. Okay, well, there goes the good damage, so I only do 3, she takes 2. But I'm in a good position to knock at least her, if not both her and the bear out next turn. So that will be helpful. Okay. So that is all my attacking. Now I could play more armor or the Tuzak knife, but I think instead I'm going to try and finish this. So I'm going to spend 6 endurance to attempt to touch the illusion. Do I touch the illusion? That is a 14. I do not. Okay. Okay. So yeah. That's my turn. And that's all I got. Okay. A swamp monster. Rolls a 20. Haha! So takes away one of the actions of the Murder of Crows. So they only get 2 this time. That's a 2, however. So that's going to be a big attack. So they will hit me for 1d6 plus 4. It's only 5. Do I dodge? I do. So it's 3, and I will provocate and leather bracers to bring it down to 1. Okay. Then the last, their second action is a 13, so nothing. The aggressive bear. And that's definitely cocked. Alright, 7, attack. Hero with the most life suffers 2d6. Let's see if I can be as lucky as I was last time. I cannot. So that's 8. Let's see if I can dodge it, please. I do not, and in fact must discard a card at random. It's my healing potion, no! Well, alright, and then I take 8, so that will bring me down to 26. Okay. Okay. Then the Bandit Thief. Oh no. Sorry. Bear has 2 more actions. Nothing. And another of those attacks. Another 8. Do I dodge? This time I do, so I only lose 4. Whew! Wow, rough. Okay. Maybe I do want to get that hardwood harness out. Then the Bandit Thief. 16. Flight! If all leaders have been defeated, remove this card from combat, otherwise nothing happens. Okay, so that's all good. I remove a time token. Okay, so there we are. That's their turn. I didn't have Swamp Gas, so I can continue building up my endurance, which I will almost certainly do. I ready everything. Okay. Okay, draw 2 cards. Ooh, the crossbow. Now see, that is probably worth it. That would be better than the discus. So yeah, and it's so much less expensive than the Tuzak knife, although the Tuzak knife is more likely to hit because it's melee. It's so expensive. Ooh, take a good memory is also very good. Okay. Yeah. I would very much like to play a good memory to get my healing potion back. So that puts me at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 endurance. I think I need to take this turn to do some damage. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 3 on the crossbow. I'll just put that on top of the discus since I can't use both. I'm going to spend two on good memory and take the healing potion back into my hand. And then I have 3 left. I will use the chain staff first, hoping to take her out in one hit. Alright, the chain staff hits, hopefully for enough. No. Well, that's distressing. So she will take 2, and now I really do need to... No. I'm gonna get a new henchman this turn. I really want to take her out. So yeah, I will spend 1 on the crossbow. If she didn't have protection, I might throw a stone, but as it is, it's more important that I take her out. 13 will hit because I have sleight of hand, and 3 plus 6. There's no way I can fail to take her out. So that will remove the Bandit Thief, and I get a fate point for defeating a henchman. And yeah, what the heck? I might crit. I will spend 1 to try to fight the illusion. Alright. No, I do not. I'm not going to bother spending a fate point on that. Actually, it's not a skill test, so I can't anyway. So there we are. Okay. That is my turn. Now we have Swamp Monster. 19, nothing, finally. The Crows. 14, nothing. 18, nothing. 10, harass. I discard a fate point. Oh well. And then the bear gets 3 actions. That's a 3, which is an attack for 2d6. Yuck. 5 is not too bad. Let's see if I dodge it. I do, so it's 3. I will provocate and leather bracers to bring it down to 1. Then I'll take 1. And then next action, 3 again. 6. I will dodge. Yes, I will. So I will take 3, so I'm at 20 even. Then, oops, sorry. 15, nothing. Okay, whew. And then we get down to 1, which means another henchman comes out. And it is a mean wolf. Okay. Now, on its next turn, the swamp monster is going to start getting double its actions. It's going to start getting 2 actions. So I would very much like to finish this off ASAP. So there's 8 endurance. I draw a couple of cards. I'm going to play self-control down because I have plenty of bonus melee. 16 is fine, I don't need to be 18. And Nevesian Roots has me discarding endurance cards, which I do not want to do. So let's not. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and spend 8 of my endurance cards. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yes. Spending 8 of my endurance cards to attempt fighting the illusion. So I try to touch it. 9. Oh! That hurts. That hurts a lot. Then I had better start taking things out. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 to attack with the crossbow, to attack the mean wolf. 16 will not do it. So I get a fate point. And then I attack with the chain staff. A 2 will certainly do it. Okay. Then I see how much... He doesn't have a dodge, so I can't draw a card. Let's see how much damage I do. Yes, max damage. So 8. He's down to 2. That's great. So I can use the chain staff to take him out next turn, which will be good. Okay. The swamp monster. This is his last turn with 1 action. 15, nothing. Great. The crows. 12, nothing. 9, discard a fate point. And 6, attack. So 1d6 plus 1. 2, 2, 2. So that's 2. Let's see if I dodge. I do not. I will take 2. That's fine. I want to save my things for the bear's attacks. Okay, now the bear. Nothing. Bear Hug. The starting hero must return one of her permanent cards in play back into her hand. I will take this discus back into my hand. Thanks. That's great. And last action. Nothing, and prevents the mean wolf from taking one of his actions. However, he has 2, so he will still take an action. But it is nothing. Great. Okay. Okay, that could have been so much worse. Alright, so now on every turn, the swamp monster has twice as many actions, so we need to get rid of it. Soon, soon, soon. Okay. Okay, actually, everything's pretty low. I don't feel like I need the well-aimed strike, so I'm going to play that as endurance. I'm going to hold on to the vigilance just in case, and I'm going to play the discus as endurance. So now I'm up to 12, which means I can spend 10 on trying to touch the illusion. Yeah, this is kind of an unusual scenario in how that works. Oops. Trying to touch the illusion, needing a 10. I do! So the leader goes away, and now I can actually win this combat. I just have to finish off the rest of them. And I have some attacks, so let's use them. I'm going to do the chain staff first on the wolf. 17 will not hit. So then I must use the crossbow on the wolf. Oh, sorry, I should not be readying the crossbow every turn. That's why it's cheap. The crossbow is not ready at the moment, so I will throw a stone at the wolf, is what I will do. Sorry, I've been cheating with that thing. I think I used it twice in a row. I think that's all. You can check me on that. Alright, so then, throwing a stone, a 12 will hit, 3 damage will take out the wolf. I will get a fate point. Alright, we're down to the bear and the crows. And 18 life. I think I'm doing okay. Okay. So then, crows. Nothing. Nothing. And attack. 1d6 plus 1. 2. I dodge, so it's 1. I will make it none. Okay. The bear. Attack. 1d6. 1 point of damage. I can't actually dodge to reduce it, so I will just reduce it with the leather bracers. Then nothing, and nothing. Great. Alright, there is no swamp monster, so it doesn't get double actions next turn. And then we come back. Now I can ready the crossbow. Okay, I will draw. So yeah, now I don't need all this endurance, but I will certainly spend 3 on the hardwood harness for as long as this fight lasts. I will spend 2 on the healing potion to make sure it does last long enough. That will take me back up to 26. Then I will spend 3. I'm just rich in endurance. I will spend 3 on vigilance to increase my to give me a dodge reroll. Okay. Alrighty. Then, yeah. So I don't really need those things at the moment. I will spend 1 for the crossbow. Just take this bear out. If I can. I hit, which means regardless of his protection, I absolutely do take him out. So that is 10 damage. And I will gain a fate point, but I already had it. So then I will attack a bat with the chain staff. We're in the home stretch. 15 will hit. Okay, I cannot fail to kill one of them. But I'll just roll the damage. So I do 3 exactly. So that will kill one of them, and then reset the life. Okay. that is my turn. Then, oops, should have my leather bracers back. Okay. The crows, who have stuck around so long in this combat, they will make me discard a fate point, and then the second one will attack me for 1d6 plus 1, which is 5, and let's see if I dodge. I don't. I will re-roll the dodge. I don't. So I will just protect and provocate and not take it. That's all for them. So now it is my turn. My stack of endurance. Crossbow is not ready, and that is all. But I should be able to finish this off this turn. I have a fate point, so I feel pretty good about that. Let's go ahead and do the let's do the stone throw first. I hit, I do 3, which kills 1. Then I will do the chain staff, which costs 1. I hit, and that, 3 damage, will finish off the last one. Awesome. So, after a victory, finally you succeed at pooling your powers and defeat the swamp monster, and it doesn't take long before the last bewitched animals take flight and the last bandit lies beaten at your feet. You plunder the defeated robbers for valuables and then continue onwards. There is still a lot to do. So my reward, I do get reward cards, but there is a trick with this. So I'll get to look at a reward card, but I don't necessarily get to keep it because I don't get my victory points until the end of the 3rd act. So that is one of the tricks with this. But let's take a look and just see what reward cards will be available. It is Dexterity Elixir. When you are hit by an attack, discard this card to avoid its effects. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to want that. I'm just going to let that sit. I don't feel particularly compelled to even hold on to it. Okay, so that, as I start to reset things, so I ended at 26 health. Now I get a brief respite. During a brief respite, several things happen. So I gain a number of recovery points, which equal to the number of time counters left, which is 0, plus 2. So there's my 2 recovery points. Then I can spend them on things. So I can heal 2 life per... before that happens, I reset to 30. I can heal 2 life per recovery point, or I may do some other things. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. I don't think I want to do anything else. I think I would like to recover. So I'm going to go ahead and spend both my recovery points for healing. And that means I will start at 34 next turn, or next act. I do think that was probably long enough for this video, so next week I will aim to do both acts 2 and 3. I'll try to have them both set up so they can go as quickly as possible, and there won't be as much to talk about. The next acts get set up pretty quickly, although the combat might be a little more difficult than this one. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right, I hope you enjoyed the first act of Forest of No Return, and I will see you next time.